So the other day, I was walking down the street and I bumped into an old client of mine, and he kind of rushed over to me. He actually pulled his car onto the opposing side of the street and double parked just so he could talk to me. I was walking my dog, and he was asking me what could he do to increase business during this time of the year. Basically, his business is super slow, and it's a real problem because not only is it slow, but this is the time of the year where business should be picking up. So all kinds of red flags right there, right from the gate. And he had asked me, he was asking me all kinds of things about what's going on with search and the algorithm and how to get found and what could he do. And long story short, I put together a list of 7 things that any business could apply. And I wanted to also walk through the strategy of how I would approach each and every step. So I'm going to give you the full strategy of what I would do if I was trying to boost my business, and we'll use AI to do it. And if that sounds good, smash the like button and let's dive in. All right, so first up, let's talk about talking to past customers. Now, these are people that you have already served in your business, and if you have their contact information or any sort of information, you might want to start shaking the trees with them, see how they're doing, see if there's anything new you can offer them, and try to get them back in the door somehow. That could be emailing them, just cold emails, calling them back up, sending a text message, different things like that. You can even do flyers and different things to their address if you have their information, and basically saying, "Hey, miss you. We miss you. Here's some coupons. Here's something that you can use to get more out of our business." And we're just trying to drive simple and easy traffic. Now, if you wanted to do this for yourself and you're trying to figure out how to actually craft these things, we could go to ChatGPT. It is fabulous at this. And basically, you would just say, "I need to create a method of email, mail, etc. message to my old customers to get them interested in my business again." So let's say you own a salon or a plumber, or maybe you're a plumber or you have HVAC, different things like that. You could say, into my business again, I run a salon. Okay, let's see what that comes back with. And basically, what you want to do is you want to offer some sort of incentive to get them back. You don't want to come to them and just be like, "Hey, I'm really desperate for business. Please use me again." No, you want to be the best of your niche, whatever that is. So if you're a salon and you guys are slow, offer a 10% off, offer a 20% off. Say that when you come in, we'll give you a cut, but we'll also, wash your hair. We'll do your nails for free. We'll include other items that are low cost to you as a business, but that really boosts the value proposition for the customer that's going to be coming in. Make it something super simple and easy for them to come back in for. So choose your offer. So you've got like a loyalty restart bonus. You could literally come in. Maybe we do, if you own a gym, you do like, "Hey, here's a free class. This is a new offering that we have here. We're doing a free class." And then at the end of the class, you have some kind of sign up where you're like, "Hey, by the way, first month is 50% off, but you need to sign up for a year." Different things like that. We could come up with an email template. "We miss you. Come back, 20% off. Let's reconnect. A special treat inside. Hi, whatever the name is. It's been a while. Thank you. Here's a special offer." Put a end date on the offer. Say that this is only good for this month. If you guys own cars and you get those mailers from the service center, I just got one the other day. They will say, "Hey, by the way, you haven't been here in 6 months. Your car was due for service at X miles. We assume that you've driven X miles. Come bring it in. By the way, here's 20% off an oil change." It gets people back in the door. That stuff works really well. And something you should be doing is paying attention to the mail that you get, because that is going to give you a lot of clues. We talked a little bit about a flash offer, 24 to 48 hour sales or bundles, and you got to have that urgency in the countdowns. If you don't come in this week to claim your prize, then it's gone forever. What you could also do, I've seen this with like salons and local businesses is you could go to Costco and pick up little soaps and shampoos or little low cost things and put it together as like a little free gift. And you could say, hey, by the way, if you want to come in, we're doing a deal and you can claim your free gift. And you could actually claim 2 different gifts that you could choose from. Here's gift 1, gift 2. You don't say what it is. You get them in the door and then you actually surprise them and you give them both. And it's a really sweet thing to receive. It's going to juice them up and it's going to really boost your conversion rates. You could also boost your social media activity. Now, this is something I'm very passionate about because I think you could do this in a really easy way. And with AI, it makes it damn near criminal if you're not doing this for yourself. So with AI, I'll show you for boosting activity. Let's say that I run a plumbing business. Actually, let's do HVAC. I run an HVAC business. So basically like you clean and service heating and air conditioning units, okay? And we're entering the season for air conditioning, right? And you got to pay attention to what time of year is it. Right now we're at the beginning of June. We're in that middle phase where people are not yet running the air conditioner. But in the next month or so, a lot of people are going to be kicking those machines on and they're going to find out that A, it's not working. They need a new filter. The drainage is clogged, so the unit won't kick on. Different stuff like that. You got to pay attention to it. I run an HVAC business and we're entering the season for air conditioning. What kinds of social media posts can I create to entice people to call us back in? And right off the top of my head, I know people do contracts with their HVAC companies. So you can offer a discount on the contract for the year. You can offer to do the routine service at a discount. You can offer to come in and do it for a reduced amount of money before it gets into the busy season. And then you can raise your prices when you get into that busy season. That's where you could start making some serious money just on basically like rush fees where it's like, hey, your unit's down. Okay, well, all of our guys are booked right now. We'll need to charge you a little bit extra to get this done. If you want it done next week, we could do it next week. If you need it done tomorrow, we could do it tomorrow. Both will have 2 separate costs to them so that you can entice these people to actually upsell them into something that gets you more money. So it's hot. It's getting hot. Is your AC ready? This is great. It's heating up fast. Have you done the checkup? And this goes into helpful stuff that you could post as well, because if you want the engagement, you want people to actually care about your business, well, then you can start offering them helpful stuff. So like they have these energy saving tips. That's okay. Worst case scenario posts, that's like trying to scare people. That works too, unfortunately. You could do helpful things like, please give me a checklist homeowners can use to check their AC before using first time of the season. Putting this kind of stuff up is going to get the engagement because people actually find this useful. Change the air filter, clean the outdoor unit, visually inspect the unit, check the thermostat, make sure the airflow is not blocked, make sure the circuit breaker is on, look for leaks and odd smells, let it run. This is all reasons why they would call you. So if you get them checking their units nice and early, then they might call you and say, hey, by the way, mine smells weird. And that's what you want. You want them to call you and say, hey, there's warm air blowing or whatever. This is easy stuff that you can create. And if you need visuals for it, just run around with your phone camera and just take pictures of the trucks, the units being serviced on that you're doing currently. You can even post old photos, but as long as you guys are showing the work that you're doing, it works super, super easily. It actually builds a lot of trust with your customers, especially if you're using real pictures, and it allows you the opportunity to post good 5-star reviews of past customers, even if it's from last season. Hey, they were awesome, they were on time, they serviced the unit really quickly, they were well within my price range, different stuff like that. If you don't have photos, maybe you're in a different business, please craft the Instagram image for the checklist. And it's going to make probably a pretty generic image that you could just post, and you could say, hey, here's the checklist. Hashtag whatever your city is. Make sure it's very clear in the posts what region you service, because that's going to help the Instagram and Facebook and YouTube algorithm figure out where you are, and it's going to direct those people a little bit better than if you just generically post. Get found on Google. Okay, so this is a great time to clean up your Google My Business profile. Make sure that every box on that profile is filled out. Every single box. Even if it doesn't apply to you, fill it in, make it complete, because Google looks for that. Make sure you have a ton of categories checked off for your business. Whatever is related, anything that's related to your business, make sure it's checked off. You want to make sure that you've got photos on there. You want a full gallery. Post some stuff, do a couple of updates, post a couple of videos, get testimonials. And even if that means posting screenshots of customers that had texted you back saying like, hey, this guy was great, that all helps the end user determine if they're going to call you or not. Take a look here at our posts, a season startup checkup list, right? Here's everything. And what I would do is just add a little call to action at the bottom here, and you can drag and you can like make corrections with it. And you could just say, please add our phone number to the bottom, 555-5555. And it's going to just keep everything the same, and it's going to add that call to action for us. While that works, we'll go back here. So you're going to ask for new customer reviews. You're going to go back to old customers that never left a review, and you're going to check in with them and say, hey, by the way, we loved doing business with you last year. Wanted to make sure you were happy with the service. Could you use service this year? We're finding that a lot of homes are having issues with their units. Early June, early July, that a lot of the leaves and junk had clogged up the drainage in the area. So we want to come by. We want to make sure you're good to go. We'll change the filter and we'll give you a deal. Publish an SEO blog post or FAQ. Now that is a super powerful way to get traffic. And the blogging aspect of this cannot be understated enough, because it is how you can start getting new traffic in the door. And we'll try to find a blog post. So actually, let's do something like my drain is clogged. And this is a good hint right here. Just look at what autofills. If you need ideas, all of this. So like if you're a salon, my hair's falling out, thinning, hurts, won't grow, all this stuff, do blog posts on it. My HVAC, not blowing cold, leaking water, won't turn off. Let's do my drain smells bad. Okay, so you're going to get the AI overview that is starting to take over some SEO stuff. But look at this. All these different things that you can implement to get rid of a smelly drain. If you did a blog post on each of these, there's a chance that you can come up in these results here. And this is the top of the page, right? So Edwards Plumbing LLC, no idea who they are, but let's check their site. So this is Edwards. Let's see if there's a location. They've got, okay, so they're in Phoenix, Arizona, and they're showing up for me in New York. So if you are a plumber in the tri-state region, and if you created some content around that, there's a good chance that you'd actually bump them out, because it is also geo-targeted stuff. Let's take a look here. So we've got our keyword tool where we put the slug in, this exact blog post, and we can see here that they are ranking for all kinds of things about smelly drains. And they're doing exactly what I'm talking about. They're getting 200 to 300 people a month going to this post. They give you some very basic content. Like, look at this. This is a bad photo. Why does it stink? Here's a couple reasons. Here's our phone number, and you can call us. If you want to do a better job with this, I'll show you guys how to do this. Super easy stuff. Why the shower drain smells bad. Okay, so we're doing shower drains. Go to ChatGPT. What is the search intent for someone looking up why the shower drain smells bad? Okay, it's going to give you the intent, and this is the most important piece of the puzzle, is understanding what the person is searching for. They're looking for information because they want to understand why this is happening, and then they want to solve the problem, so you can connect them with something that solves it. To solve this problem, 25 options, please. Now we're going to come up with a slew of solutions for these people. And it's also an opportunity for you on your site to put affiliate links to other stuff. If you're just a plumber in Jersey City, New Jersey, but you start getting all this traffic because you actually rank, sort of like these guys in Arizona, if they had some affiliate links on the page, they would also be making money, just on like Amazon or whatever. It's not a lot of money, but you might as well not leave money on the table. So we've got DIY cleaning solutions. Here's what you can do. Mechanical, manual methods, right? You could do all these things. Odor block and prevention, routine maintenance, mold and bacteria. And then you'd have a call to action at the bottom. Hey, use us. So please craft into a helpful blog post on the topic. And we will just do a little comparison of our blog post against their blog post. So I'll just show you guys. Once again, poopy image. Now this is like, if there's biofilm buildup on the fixtures. Therefore, it's essential to remove any hair from the drains after showering. Okay. Killing bacteria is also necessary. Whoever wrote this definitely used AI and definitely did not do a good job. The DIY solution of vinegar, hot water, and baking soda should do the trick and flush away the problem. Okay. This is like bottom of the barrel stuff, okay? 25 ways to fix it. Here are 25 different ways to do it. Now, please outline the blog post for us, right? So we want to use to cover it all, include a comparison table as well. And tables work really well with SEO because it breaks up the content in a new way. It's structured differently. It's easy to read, and you can put a really strong call to action right underneath it. Okay, so it's doing it in here. Section 1, DIY solutions. Okay, so it's doing all that. We've got a killer comparison table. Conclusion. Would you like this turned into a... Okay. ChatGPT has been a little glitchy with that, so please write the blog post and include a CTA for our plumbing service, 555-5555, right? And please underline opportunities for us to link to Amazon products. Okay, so I just want you guys to see the opportunities where you could start linking out to other stuff. And you don't have to just link to Amazon. There are things like As Seen on TV type products that might pay out $40, $50 a sale. All right, 25 ways to fix it. Okay, we've got our list. Do a nice revision. Beautiful. Comparison table, full breakdown. What's going on? Final thoughts. By the way, call us. Copy. We'll throw it into Grammarly. We'll just check it for plagiarism. A must-have if you're doing any kind of blogging is have the paid Grammarly account because it will show you where the plagiarism is. All right, 4%. It's a little higher than what I like. Usually it's 2% or lower. So it's saying like pour a cup of baking soda followed by, so you could literally change a word or two and it'll be okay. Pour approximately 1 cup. Boom. We killed some plagiarism. We're at 2%. I would feel comfortable posting this. get a good picture, and assuming you run a decent website, you have a pretty reasonable chance at ranking for it. So I don't know what your website is. Don't quote me on that, but it does help to have a good website. So that's how you would do the blog post. Build authority, hold a free class or workshop, share daily expert tips, post a case study or client win. Now, this is really good stuff for if you're running an email list, which I highly recommend you do, no matter what kind of business you're doing, unless you're like run a deli or like a bodega, probably not for you. But gyms, anything like that, anything course related where people learn something. Even if you run a restaurant, you can have deals where it's like, hey, by the way, we're doing lunch specials this week only between 12 and 2. Come check it out, 50% off. Stuff like that is going to get people back in the door really easily. And at that point, it's free for you. You are just building an email list. And I just want you to picture having Santa's bag of gifts and you're just shoving people in there as you get new customers. You build up your list and you're going to end up with a really nice list, and you could just send an email. And even if 10% or 6% of the people open the email on a list of 100 or 1,000 people, that could be 6 people, 6 new customers, or 60 people in the door if it's 1,000. It depends. You could also collaborate, partner with a business or a creator, run a joint offer or promo, give commissions to referrers. This is excellent. If you run a gym, anything like that, you can offer an affiliate program where you'll say, hey, I'll give you $20 if you get me a new customer. It helps you bring people in, and a lot of people are posting to social media when they go to the gym or they go to yoga class or anything like that, Pilates. Get them to hashtag yourself, give them a link, give them a coupon code. Hey, Tina brought in somebody. Okay, use my coupon code Tina to save 10%. You can give them the credit where it's due. You get yourself a customer, and it's basically free advertising as long as you cover your costs. Then we've got the email list, which we had talked about briefly. You definitely want to start building an email list because that's going to get people back in the business. It's something that I do on this channel as well. I'm just starting out. I've only got like 100 subscribers, but I've gained 70 in the last week. So I'm working my way up, and I'm just going to start adding people to my list because I want to share with you guys helpful information like this. So if I can exchange an email for really good information that would normally be worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, then I think it's a pretty good trade. So you want to build your email list. You could do it with a flash deal, bonus offer, and always have a strong call to action, because I think you guys can start doing a couple of these ideas here and getting some massive results if you stick to it, especially when it comes to the social media game. This is the kind of thing where you just need to show up every day. Sit down one weekend and generate the posts using something like AI, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever it is that you want. You could sit down and generate all of these posts in one shot, and then you just schedule it out. Facebook has a method of literally scheduling all the posts. So you could just take a day, set them out for the next month or two, and then forget about it and just let it run, and it'll just run its course. And then you can come back and do some more later. If you guys found this helpful, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know if this is good stuff for you. My name is Matt. I run mattmakesmoney.com. I want you guys to head over there right now and opt into my email list, because I'm going to send you guys the show notes for this episode, and I'm going to start sending you guys some really awesome information to boost your business and grow. And on that note, I'm out. I'll see you soon.